Yo, yo, yo. What's up, everybody? Yeah. Welcome to the Mike Dolce Show. We are back. I know it's not Friday, it's Thursday, but I wanted to jump on today and have a quick chat with you guys before I go and get cracked up and snapped up and twisted and pulled and yanked and rubbed by my good friends over at Thrive Sports and Spinal Rehab and the Muscle Magician. Today's conversation is E.P.O.C and fat loss. What is E.P.O.C? E.P.O.C stands for excess post-exercise oxygen consumption. Some people call this afterburn. That's fine. We call it E.P.O.C. What is E.P.O.C? E.P.O.C is a heightened state of caloric consumption due to the increased oxygen consumption and a myriad of physiological adaptations or responses as a result to higher intensity exercise. I'm not going to bore you with all the gobbledygook. You can jump on PubMed and figure that out. What we do here is we give you the actionable, evidence-based, immediately usable information. And how can this help you? E.P.O.C, excess post-exercise oxygen consumption, is a great way to dramatically increase the amount of calories your body will burn while at rest. Now, because it is such a great thing, you're going to have to pay the price. What price is that? That price is you will have to perform 30 to 60 minutes of high intensity aerobic based exercise. What does that mean? That means this won't come specifically from your resistance training. It will get a little bit, but all science, all studies have shown, and this information I'm giving you is basically coming from my own meta study of reviewing 50 some odd varied studies regarding the topic of E.P.O.C. And I'm going to distill this down for you guys very simply. So, in order to achieve the benefits of E.P.O.C, excess post-exercise oxygen consumption, you need to be training at higher intensities, approximately 70% or so of your VO2 max. How do you know what your VO2 max is? You don't need to know what your VO2 max is. That doesn't really matter. The only thing you need to know is that you're pushing about as hard as you can push for 30 to 60 minutes. Most of the studies have shown that 60 minutes is dramatically more beneficial in eliciting E.P.O.C and the benefits thereof than 30 minutes. At about 30 minutes, you'll really start to see the benefits. 45 minutes, even better. 60 minutes is the Goldilocks zone of higher intensity aerobic-based exercise. What is aerobic-based exercise? That is walking as fast as you can. That is jogging or running. That is the Precor or elliptical. That is rowing on the Concept 2. That is getting on the Airdyne or the assault bike. That is swimming if you don't drown like I do. Those type of activities are ideal to initiate the benefits of E.P.O.C. Now, you have to train at high intensities. You have to be pushing. Now, the goal, the concept of E.P.O.C is oxygen consumption. You have to be pushing your body at a rate high enough that necessitates the ingestion of greater than normal oxygen. Where you're pushing, you're running, you're sprinting, you're pre-coring, whatever the hell it is that you're doing. This is the style of exercise that's necessary in order to bring about the benefits, once again, of E.P.O.C. What about LISS, Dolce? You talk about LISS all the time. Yes, LISS is also a part of the recipe to have the healthiest, leanest, most athletic, longevity-focused human biological carriage that we live in. You must perform your LISS. You must also consider the benefits of E.P.O.C, specifically if you're trying to get in shape, if you're trying to lean out. The benefits are pretty dramatic. You can burn as much as 30% additional calories while at rest simply by a 60-minute bout of E.P.O.C the day before. Now, it's been shown that the benefits of E.P.O.C can last anywhere between 15 minutes and 48 hours. That's kind of the extent of the range. Really, it's probably closer to 12 to 36, and I put it a little bit closer to 24, depending upon individual physiological standards and what your training history, medical background might be. You get about a day or so of increased oxygen consumption by pushing yourself at a higher than normal aerobic pace. Again, approximately 70% or so of your VO2 max, most of the studies point to. How do you know that? You likely don't. So what do? We say just push. Push hard, push yourself to the point that you're breathing deeply and you're breathing for a relatively long period of time, 30 to 60 minutes, 60 minutes being ideal. This is a great way to hack your exercise program, a great way to burn additional calories while at rest, which means not doing anything. What's the good way to implement E.P.O.C, Dolce? A great way is to consider high intensity interval style training every other day, 3 days a week, 4, 5 days a week. Every other day or so seems to be ideal. 2 days on, 1 day off, 2 days on, 1 day off. Those type of systems work extremely well, depending on you, depending on your background, your history, your goals. That's also very important. E.P.O.C or high intensity interval training is pretty intense by nature, by definition. It's not something you want to do every day. I don't recommend you do it every day, nor can you really do it every day without breaking your body down or seeing a regression in the benefit. Every other day seems to work best for most people. Lists you can perform every single day. We're humans. We're meant to walk long distances at relatively slow paces. This is ideal to oxidize stubborn areas of stored body fat. Remember, that's one of the major benefits of lists. We're not looking for E.P.O.C from lists. What we're looking for is the ability to metabolize, to oxidize those stubborn areas of body fat that we just can't diet off. We just can't grind and work off. This is where list becomes very beneficial. Plus the cardiovascular, cardiorespiratory, the emotional and psychological benefit. I'm not saying E.P.O.C is better than list. I'm not saying HIIT is better than list. I'm saying this is something you need to consider for your overall program, right? This is the overall program, your overall lifestyle program, and of which we also have resistance training. We have strength training. We have some sort of fun athletic event, flag, frisbee, football, or kicking the soccer ball with your family, bodyboarding, surfing, whatever, golf, I don't care. Something athletic that's engaging also. All right, let me answer some questions and then I will get out of here. But I know this is very helpful. Make sure you pay attention to Uncle Mike and yummy iced coffee today. Woo woo. All right, buddies. What's up, coach? What's up, buddies? First here, welcome, buddies, the notification crew. And guys and gals, remember, thumbs up, bang, 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 bang. Thumbs up so I know you are there and I know you care. And allegedly, this will help us grow the channel because of the YouTube algorithm. And if you're watching this video on the replay, leave a comment below. You can simply say, F you, Dolce, which means effing unbelievable. But hey, Jesse Lee. Oh, what's up, Jesse? Zach, E.P.O.C is something that hit mother effers use as a reason not to do lists. That's because the HIIT crew is so stupid. They're so myopic. They're so small-minded. What we're saying is the totality of your training program needs to include everything. That's why our athletes, that's why our clients crush everybody. We are extremely well-rounded. I will stand side to side next to anybody. I don't care who they are. Any of these coaches out there. Number one, we're going to put our blood work down. We're going to do a blood work analysis. Number two, we're going to go for a 10-mile jog. We'll go for a 20-mile hike through the mountainous terrain, and then we'll get onto the lifting platform and we'll look to a Wilks score all the primary lifts. Let's say we're going to do the big five. If they want to grapple or something, grapple for time. Let's see who gasses out. Let's do that. I'm down. I can do it all. I can run, I can jump, I can climb, I can grapple, I can hike, I can lift extremely heavy weights. I can do everything. That's what all of our clients can do. That's the goal here. They can't do that. The strong ones, man, they can't walk 10 miles, let alone jog 10 miles. They can't do any of that stuff. So blah, 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 blah. Angel, what's up, Angel? Crypta, boom, hope all's well. Life is good. Paul, coach, how would you alter peak week if you need to look your best for 3 days, what I would do is I would look to temper my carbohydrate intake to make sure that we're nice and full. I would also mediate the water consumption. I'd make sure that I'm not spilling over. It's very hard to hold your peak for 3 days. So I look to scale that out. If you have something specific, then I can help answer you. But that's going to be challenging for 3 days to hold your peak. That's a challenge. Paul, what's up, Paul? Omar, hitting like button before even listen because I know Dolce always delivers. Bang, that's what's up. I appreciate that, Omar. Thank you. Boom! Zach C. Also, thank you for the donation to the channel. We have Super Chat available. If you guys wanted to donate to this channel, every dollar that comes through this channel will go back into this channel, upgrading our video software and getting a full-time or part-time videographer to start following me around. You want to see what I do in my life. You want to see me in my kitchen. You want to see me drinking coffee, sitting on the beach. You want to see me throwing up in the sand dunes in the morning. So everything, Zach C just donated $2. I appreciate that. If anyone does donate, of course, through these super chats, I will answer your questions. I'll give you a lot more time, just out of respect. And then number 2, I will take this money and I'm not going to put it into any profit for me. It'll immediately go back to the channel for you guys. That's so every dollar that comes through will make this channel better for you. You have my pledge, my word on that. Zach, I really appreciate that, man. That's very cool of you to take that out of your pocket, that currency, and to exchange it. So I'm very appreciative of you. Let me answer more. Green tea before list. Okay, yes, it is, but don't add anything into it. Dave B, best coach ever. How do you recommend dialing in to lose the last 5-10 pounds? More lists or add E.P.O.C? Both. You should be hitting that list probably 5 to 7 days per week. Absolutely. Fasted list is ideal. Additionally, I'd be looking to add E.P.O.C 3 to 4 days per week. I wouldn't overdo it. I might do like a 2 on 1 off. I might do like a 60-minute high intensity push where I slowly scale. Let's say I'm on the treadmill and I'm lightly jogging at 4 miles an hour, then 4.5, then 5, then 5.5, then 6 and 6.5, and then at 7, and then I would slowly start to scale back. I taper it up and I'd come back down. That's a great way to induce E.P.O.C. Number 2, you might want to hit some sort of HIIT workout. I do these a few days a week on my Pre-Core at home where I'll do the 2-minute up, 2-minute down interval, and I'll do that for 40 minutes. So I'll do like a little 5-minute warm up, nice and easy. And then I'll get in 2 minutes kind of coasting at about 100, 110 strides per minute. And then it ramps all the way up. So highest intensity, highest level of elevation. And I try and get up to like 160 to 180 in my energy output. 2 minutes up, 2 minutes down. And I'll do that for 40 minutes. So that's 20 straight rounds, 40 minutes. And then I'll coast for 5 to 10 minutes to finish off. Brandon, thank you for all the free content. Did you see Bernie on JRE? What is your thoughts on his stance on higher minimum wage? I didn't get to see it. I will actually go back and watch that because I'm very interested. I'm a capitalist by nature. I'm a fiscal conservative, but I am a social liberal. What does that mean? That means I don't care what people do. I'm very open to people living the lives that makes them happy. I have transgender in my own family, right? That doesn't matter. I have mixed races in my family. I'm Native American. So my father, his 2 oldest siblings came over on the boat. They were naturalized through Ellis Island. My father was the firstborn in his family, a immigrant. Both of his parents came over when they were 18, 19-year-old kids from Italy, from Sicily, actually. So I got a whole mixed bag. We have blacks in our family. We have browns in our family. We have, I don't know what the PC terms are, but we have completely mixed family. I don't care about any of that stuff. But what I do want is I want an environment where people can and should compete. That's what this is about. It's about competition. A socialist mentality is completely false. These boosts of minimum wage. Now, I grew up poorer than anybody that you probably know. I grew up in extreme poverty. My home was foreclosed on. It was knocked down. It was turned into a parking lot. For years of my life, we had no heat. We had no running water. We had no electricity. I used to do my homework sitting on the front porch and getting the light from the street lamp. I used to sleep outside in my car because I would heat my car up, turn my car on. I would heat it up in the wintertime just to get it hot enough so I could fall asleep comfortably. And this was when I was in high school, junior, senior year of high school. This is all true. So I grew up in extreme poverty. And I was able to bootstrap my way, bootstrap my life, and build a life for myself and for my family that took nothing. I never took a single penny from the government or anything else like that. I never demanded minimum wage. I found ways to get it done. And if we dilute that, if we diminish that, that will completely ruin this society, in my opinion. People must have opportunity, and the opportunity's out there. So you get people like Bernie Sanders or Elizabeth Warren, and even some of the people on the Republican side. I'm not any of that stuff. I don't care about that stuff. All politicians are lying. If a politician's talking, they're freaking lying. What Andrew Yang is talking about, I think, is a complete waste. You're going to have $1,000 a month to every American. Stop trying to buy votes. Give opportunity for people. That's what I want. I want opportunity for people. Look at the VA. Talking about Bernie, he's talking about, single payer healthcare. Look at the VA. Look at the Veterans Administration. Look at the Veterans Hospital. Look at the shit show our poor veterans are dealing with. This is a government-run, U.S. government-run hospital, medical institution. That's the VA. What do you think they're going to do to you guys? What do you think they're going to do to us? It's run by the government. Name me one. Go to your DMV. Go to your DMV right now and tell me that DMV is going to be any different than a government-run hospital. It's all BS. They're just trying to buy votes. That's the silliest thing out there. I don't care. Yeah, tax. That's fine. Tax the high income brackets. I like that. I think that they should tax the highest income brackets. And most people that I know that have tens of millions, hundreds of millions, billions of dollars, they're okay with that. The bigger tax numbers should be coming from the people with the most amount of money. That's absolutely fine. Take away a lot of the taxes from people who are in the poverty line below $30,000 or even $40,000 or $50,000. Dramatically scale that down. I have no problem with that stuff. But anyway, I'll get deeper into this. I'm going to do it on a completely different video. I got to jump out of here in a minute, so let me move on. Zach C., I wonder how many calories you would burn from E.P.O.C if you took a Zero Integrity George fight and beat the fuck out of him for 5 rounds. He couldn't last 5 rounds, that fat fuck. That he couldn't last 5 rounds. He couldn't last 1 5-minute round. And that's the fucking truth. And you guys know I can go all day, every day. I do it every day anyway. He's got to, quote, get in shape. I'm in shape, motherfucker. I'm in 5-round shape right now. Jesus Christ. I'm in 45-minute shape. The guys, the athletes, the gals that train with me, I'm in amazing fucking shape because this is what I do. I'm not a fake fucking fitness coach. I'm a real fucking fitness enthusiast. I wake up. I love this shit. I love this shit. I eat perfectly. I train perfectly. I sleep perfectly. I manage my stress. I live a beautiful life. I smile at my neighbors. I give people hugs appropriately, consensually, of course. I'm not some fucking fake ass wannabe like Zero Integrity George who's got to train 8 weeks to lose his fucking fat whiskey belly because we know he lives inside the fucking bottle. So waste of time. I think I just hit E.P.O.C by talking so passionately about this. Zach C, though, I appreciate you and your question. Who else we got? Zach C. Bam, Zach C. I appreciate that, my brother. Can I get a Dolce banner for the garage gym? Also, all you cheap losers need to super chat because Dolce is dropping crazy knowledge. Bernie is a lib. Bernie is a fucking lib. Bernie, and I know, here's another thing about Bernie Sanders. I wish I should have called Joe and said something. Bernie Sanders came out. He did this Fox News, like, open town hall thing. And he said, the average American business owner, a family of 4, has to pay $40,000 a year to have their health care. No, Bernie, you're a fucking liar, dude. You're a fucking liar because I do have a business and I do pay my own health care and I am a family of 4. The exact example Bernie Sanders said cost $40,000 per year to have health care is a flat out fucking lie because I have a family of 4, my wife, myself, my 2 daughters. We pay for our own healthcare through our small business. And he said, a small business owner, the family of 4 has to pay $40,000 a year. That's fucking bullshit. We have the best possible healthcare that you can get through Blue Cross Blue Shield. It costs us about $17,000 per year to completely cover my family of 4. Bernie more than fucking doubled it. He flat out fucking lied, or he has an incompetent staff behind him that didn't know the fucking numbers. But what he put out there was a bold-faced fucking lie. It was false because I'm the exact example he fucking said, and I'm a businessman, and I'm really fucking tight with that coin. So I shopped this shit around for about 6 months or so before the opt-out, opt-in period in the spring. So that's really what we did. It was all fucking bullshit. So yeah, I'm not too happy with the whole Bernie fucking bros bullshit. And Bernie's never done anything in his fucking life other than sit in the fucking government job. What has he done? What has he built? Nothing. He just runs around and he fucking talks how everybody's bad, but he's a multi-fucking millionaire. He owns 3 fucking houses and he pays his staff less than the $15 living wage he's telling everybody else that they should be fucking paying. He's full of shit, in my opinion. Medicare works, exactly. I agree. Medicare's out there, but Medicare sucks. I have 3, 4 family members in my extended family that are in the fucking Medicare system, and it's deplorable. The wait times are fucking horrible. Horrible. The quality of physicians that they get to see are not the ones that they want to. They're not allowed to get second opinions. They can't go out of network to get a true oncology expert. We just had a family member deal with fucking cancer. She couldn't go to a Cedar Sinai. She couldn't go to one of the top institutions to speak to one of the top doctors. She had to settle for, just a person. She couldn't go to the best. That's what Medicare is. That's the truth. That's the fucking truth of it. Couldn't even get a fucking second opinion. And it's still going to cost her a shit ton of fucking money because she just barely above the fucking poverty line. It's bullshit, man. Do the fucking math. It's bullshit. And I speak with a fucking 1,000 people a year. So I understand. I speak with people in Canada and Australia and the UK that are all inside this public healthcare system. Andy Q, what's up, Andy? When are you going back on the Joe Rogan podcast? When you guys tell Mr. Rogan you need some Dolce back, I would love to talk to Joe about what we do here and why our system is the most successful, healthy weight management system in the history of combat sports. And that includes the fucking PhDs out there. No one has dealt with what we've had to deal with. No one has the success rate that we've had, specifically when you're focused on the high-risk clients that we made a career in working with. Our system is completely different than everyone else for a fucking reason, and it's not the chicken and the quinoa. There's a reason for that. There's a lot of stuff to talk to Mr. Rogan about, but I don't want to go out there and ask Joe to put me on the show because a lot of people got to be knocking on Mr. Joe's door. So that's really up to you guys. You guys let Mr. Rogan know, and I'm sure Joe will reach out eventually. All right, guys and gals, I'm so sorry. But Zach C, yes, you can get a Dolce banner. Andy Q, I answered your question. All the super chatters, I will answer your questions in due time. Howard McMillan, F you Dolce, too much, brother. I appreciate that. Thank you. Matt Munnigan says everyone needs to be covered. I'm not again. Everyone is covered right now. That's the thing. If you walk into a hospital, they cannot refuse you service. Did you know that? Why do you think so many immigrants, so many people from other countries come here? It's for our healthcare and for our education system. They will not be refused. You cannot be refused. I know people, again, in my family who don't have healthcare, who had an issue, who walked into the fucking hospital, and they were treated exactly as if it were me. So everyone gets treated here. That's another misconception. Everyone gets treated. Yeah, you might not have a primary doctor. You just walk into the ER, you walk into the hospital, and you're treated. Look it up. Do the research. It's the fucking truth. Like I said, every politician, if they're talking, they're lying. Every politician's fucking lying. Every one of them is lying. I don't care about liberals or conservatives or moderates or progressives. I don't care about that. They're all lying. They're all lying. That's the fucking truth of it. Elena says Medicare does suck in Canada anyways. Our ER wait times are insane. To see a specialist, the wait time is anywhere between 6 months and a year and a half. And that's exactly true. I have friends and athletes in Canada right now that say it's fucking unreal. George St. Pierre lives in fucking Canada. Where do you think he got his knee replacement surgery? In the United States. Why? Because he worked with the best doctor and he had it done immediately. If he tried to do it through the Canadian healthcare system, it wouldn't have happened for almost 6 months. He would have been hobbling around on a fucking torn knee for 3 to 6 months before they'd even get him fucking in to do it. And the quality of surgeon up there is vastly inferior to what's available here in the private sector. And it's private, which means there's competition. Now, what the politicians should be doing, they should be forcing every hospital, every doctor, every medical institution to disclose costs prior to treatment. That way, the hospitals will then be forced to start competing against each other for their customer base, their patient base, based upon how much they're charging. We all know the $80 aspirin analogy, right? Hospitals will charge $80 to give you 2 Tylenol. How does that work? Oh, it's because they need some sort of margin to hedge against all the people who come through that don't pay. And this becomes part of the problem. So the problem isn't free healthcare for everybody, the Bernie fucking bro problem. That's not the solution. The solution is getting transparency before all these institutions. That's the big issue. Could you imagine going to the supermarket, filling up your cart, and having no idea what anything costs? You might say, you know what? I'm going to go to Food Town instead of ShopRite or Acme or A&P or King Super or Safeway or Smith's. I'm going to choose which one I go to. Could you imagine that? It's the same damn thing. That's the problem. All right, guys and gals, I appreciate I answered all the super chat questions right now. I do have to leave. My friends over at Thrive Spine and Sports Rehab are waiting for me, so I have to get out of here right now. I'll be back on tomorrow again to do another one of these at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's get back in. Let's talk about. I thought I was going to be talking a lot about E.P.O.C. Lo and behold, we started talking about politics. I like it. I enjoy it. I mean, I'd love to hear differences of opinion also. You know, this is just me getting the talk, but you guys can actually talk right back at me. Again, subscribe to the channel. Bang, 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 bang. Leave the thumbs up if you appreciate the time in these videos. And then leave a comment below if you're watching this on the replay. I want to know you're here. I want to engage with you. I want to see your names and get to know you guys even more. Until next time, boom.